What is up, ladies and genitals? Four Eyes in here, coming at you, coming through. Today I'm going to show you how to slay out, Pubstomp, and get more kills here in Call of Duty Vanguard. So to start off in our loadout, I recommend two weapons. One is an assault rifle, the other is a submachine gun. The first weapon is the automaton. I know the STG-44 has been getting lots of use, but the pros swear by the automaton. It's already been winning game battles and tournaments. So the attachments are the recoil booster. I also recommend the mercury silencer, barrel Anastasia sniper, slate reflector for the optic or whatever your preference is. Stock, we have the Zac skeletal. For the proficiency, we have frenzy. You regenerate health after kills, which is insane. Kit, we have fully loaded. Rear grip, we have the polymer grip. Magazine, we have the 8mm Klauser rifle 50 round magazine. Ammo type incendiary, and for the underbarrel we have the M3 ready grip. I'm gonna skip over the secondary and go straight to the perks. For the perk 1, I recommend fortified, ninja, or ghost. I just prefer ninja because I don't like my footsteps being heard. Perk 2, I recommend radar the most, but you can also go with forward intel because this shows you the spawns and your minimap is larger. But the spawn, where it shows you the spawn perk, it's insane. It's just an amazing benefit. But for radar, try playing a game with radar and then play a game without it, and you'll see how much radar really helps out. The reason why I recommend forward intel is obviously you can see the spawn, but if you're used to the Modern Warfare 2019 compass, then forward intel is a better choice. But overall, I think radar is the best perk for the perk 2 slot when slaying out. For perk 3, I prefer double time, lightweight, but all these are very good. Honestly, they're all usable. I just think double time and lightweight help you maneuver the map and you get to control all the high ground, all the power positions easier. Yeah, for lethal, I recommend thermite. This thing acts like a Molotov and you can also stick someone and get a kill like that. So you can push people aside, ward them away by throwing it on the ground, or you can just damage them with the thermite. I think it's the best lethal in the game. And then tactical, we have stim shot, so when you get shot you can refresh your wounds and get ready for the next fight. Moving on to the SMG, we have the MP40. Here's the attachments: mercury silencer, barrel, we have the VDD 285 shrouded, and then VDD 189mm short. That's another good option as well. You can also use the recoil booster if you're not using a suppressed setup. I forgot to mention that. And for the optic, I like the Krausnik ISO iron sights, but again, optics is mostly preference. Next, we have the VDD 35M wire grip. Proficiency, we want momentum so we can carry on speed after kills. Kit, we have fully loaded again. Rear grip, we have the fabric grip. Magazine, 8mm Kurz 32 round mags. Ammo type incendiary. Carver 4 grip. And that is it for the MP40. I already showed you guys all the other stuff, so we're gonna move on to kill streaks. I like using the spy plane, flame knot, and attack dogs. They go ham, especially the flame knot in smaller maps without too many open spaces, so you can close the gap. For field upgrades, I like dead silence the most. And yeah, that is my pub stomping class setup or build. If you want to go purely like just pub stomp, try to maximize as many kills as you want, I would go like this. I would do a bombing run, flame knot, and attack dogs. Fire bombing run's good, but if on a map with buildings, this thing barely does anything. So I think if you want the most possible amount of kills, these 3 kill streaks do the most work. But yeah, I'm going to show you guys some gameplay and give you guys more tips on how to get more kills. Alright guys, I showed you a template on how to build a pub stomping class. Now I'm going to give you tips, tricks, and the mindset you need to get more kills in Vanguard. My first piece of advice is to master your mechanics. Work on how to bunny hop, slide cancel, movement, and aiming. Advice can only get you so far. You will need to combine it with skill. Practice in a custom game against bots to improve faster. Next, play as many matches as you can so you can build up game awareness. like learning spawns and anticipating where your enemies will be. The easiest way to Pubstomp is to learn the spawns. As you can see from the gameplay, I make my way near the enemy spawn, but I don't go rushing in because it will break the spawn trap. If I push up too far in it, it will flip the spawns to the opposite side. There are times where you will need to flip spawns. Let's say you're trying to get objective, or when one spawn is clearly better than the other. It's easy to get kills this way because your enemies will be trying their best to get out of the spawn trap, and it's like shooting fish in a barrel. However, you will need to set up spawn traps by taking routes, picking your enemies off, forcing them to respawn. That's when you will move and press your advantage. Most COD maps in history have been 3-lane maps, with the outskirts, which is the left and right lane, being the best to flank your enemies. There will be games where the outskirts will be heavily guarded with campers, so you will need to adapt and learn when to maneuver to the middle lane, destroying your enemies in a more aggressive fashion. Map control is very important to getting more kills and winning games. Find the best position for high traffic areas so you can get more kills. Place yourself in spots where it is easy for you to get kills and it's hard for your enemies to kill you. Find places with high ground and a wall behind you so you don't get shot in the back. My next tip is pacing. Usually players with a slower playstyle will have a higher KD. In the old CODs, playing for kill streaks was the best way to get more kills and increase your kill death ratio. What you want to do is try to limit your gunfight to one-on-one interactions, because the more gunfights you get in, the chances of you dying is higher. If you're playing for kill streaks, it's best to patrol a certain area back and forth until you get your streaks. Then you call them in to bring havoc on the battlefield. On the other hand, if you have the raw mechanical skill to run around and outgun people, as long as you push them back into spawn, it can be a effective playstyle, but you will be prone to running into multiple enemies, which puts you at a disadvantage. Something that I already covered is class setup, but using the best meta weapons, perks, makes winning gunfights easier. It's just going to be very difficult to drop crazy gameplays with a combat shield. I showed you guys the automaton in custom games because I am working on the diamond SMG grind, but I will be leveling up the assault rifles after. Wrapping up, I just want to say getting good and being able to drop high kill gameplays takes time. It doesn't matter how much advice I give you if you don't have the skill yet. For example, if Michael Jordan gave me advice on how to be the best basketball player ever, I probably wouldn't be able to drop 100 points in an NBA game. If you have a 0.5 KD or below, don't expect to drop an insane stat line right away. Everything takes time, practice, and repetitions. So the more you play, the more you will understand the advice I am giving you. You will see where the enemies are spawning, what guns are good, anticipating gunfights, and improvement to your aim. All of this takes time. That is it for the video. If you have any questions, leave them down below because I do respond. Other than that, namaste my friends, and I will talk to you all next time.
Attack dog ready for action. Control zone secure.